I think they really deserve a round of applause for that. I have connections in Weyburn. I have family that laid down roots here about 15 years ago, and my mom worked for the school division here for a number of years. And through them, I've learned a lot about this community. And the general consensus is Weyburn's one of those places where everybody knows each other. Maybe not personally, but if you start a conversation with somebody, you're bound to find somebody that you know, a mutual friend. You're all very close. So you would think that in a community like Weyburn, that if somebody was going through a hard time, that there would be an endless amount of people to talk to. There's no way somebody could feel truly alone. But strangely, having a bigger network sometimes isolates a person even more. And I know this, I'm from Regina, and Regina may seem like a massive New York-sized city to you Weyburn people, but in retrospect, Regina is very tiny, and we have the same kind of interactions, where everybody knows everybody. Maybe not personally, but through somebody else. Nobody showed that factor as much as my dad. Wade Moffat was the single most social person in Regina. He knew everybody, and he loved it. He loved being a part of charity boards. He loved being a part of events. He gave so much of his time for the community. He loved community. He loved Regina. And to the outside observer, Dad had it all. He had the job, family, the house, everything. Gifted socially. No one could ever guess that from the age of 2, that the seeds have been laid for my dad's passing. Wade Moffat was born on September 15th, 1967, Moosomin, Saskatchewan, to Ivan and Sandy Moffat, third of 4 boys. And right from an early age, Dad was hyper. Everybody loved Wade, and Wade loved everybody. He was busy. He was that kid that was 2 years old hanging naked off a chandelier. That kid. My uncles always told me the story about how Dad, they'd be driving to a family reunion, and it was all 6 unpacked into a little Oldsmobile, and my dad would have started a fight with everybody, and they'd all be screaming at him and angry at him, and they'd arrive at their destination, the family reunion, and they'd all leave the car. My grandpa would be ready to give Dad a real spanking, which for anyone under 15 might not understand what it is. But before he could get to it, all the little old ladies would come over, all the old grandmas would come over. Oh, Wade's here. And Dad would stick out his arm and take them away. My family would be left fuming. That's just who Dad was. He loved being social. And you would guess that somebody like that would go through life pretty easy. But that energy was not well received in schools. And teachers decided at that time, weren't really into giving this kid as much attention as he needed. And he was branded a clown, annoying, busy. He was hyper, he was a busy kid. In grade 2, teacher looked at him on the first day and said, "Why are you in my class?" Grade 2. She took him to the other classroom and said, "I don't want him this year. Do you want him?" Horrible thing to think about. But for Dad, it was just kind of confirmation. I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I'm not smart, I'm a failure. So I'm gonna be funny, I'm gonna be fun, I'm gonna be social. And that's what he was. He stopped working on school, he stopped working on his homework. He just became that guy that had friends. But that lived with him. That was in him now. He was a failure. Dad was brilliant, but he never could accept that. In grade 9, my dad went through puberty, which sucks. And part of that for Dad was gaining weight. And part of that gaining weight was getting dumped. And after he got dumped, it ended up being this big fight with him and the guy that took his girl, and the guy beat the crap out of my dad. And he broke his nose. Whole school was watching. Small town fight. Everybody's there. Dad went home that day and tried to fix his nose. My grandma says she came home and there was just blood everywhere, and here's this grade 9 kid just trying to wiggle it back into place. Now, for most of us, it's a horrible event in our life that we could laugh and joke about. For Dad, that event stuck with him. It sat with him. And every time he looked in the mirror, he was reminded, people don't really like me. So now he's a failure, and now people don't like him. And even though Dad was so gifted socially, everybody loved Dad, he always had in his head that he had to do more to impress them. And he would set out these crazy goals to achieve. He was smart. Again, he didn't think so. In grade 12, a girl challenged, she decided to nominate Dad to be SRC president. She was running against him, and she thought she'd win. And he crushed her. He took it, and he worked so hard. But at winning, the first thing he said was, "I am so happy that I have friends that got me here." Dad finished high school, which was amazing at that time. There was only, I think, 9 kids in his graduating class. And decided to go to university, where he met a woman, and they luckily got pregnant and had me. The next, 10 years of my life are what I consider the normal period of my life, because Mom and Dad were very poor, and we were very busy. Dad was always working, Mom was going to school, and for me, I was just a kid that was happy to have a family, right? Like, my dad was home all the time, my mom was home all the time. None of us really knew that even through all this, Dad still had this back of his head mindset. Anything he achieved, he won an award for a commercial he did in university. You'd think something like that would boost a person, but it didn't. It was just a reminder that it's not real, this isn't good enough, I'm not good enough.